Okay, guys, today we are going to be working on the book Mark and the Stars. You guys know about this book? You guys might have already talked about it a little bit. Yeah, you guys might have talked about it a little bit today. So then today you'll get to learn a little bit more about it. But today we're going to be working on being reading detectives. Okay, so we're going to be going through the book and looking for pieces of the book that can help us answer questions. Okay, so first, have you guys ever read a story and somebody asked you questions about it?
Yeah.
Has that happened to you guys before? And how did you find the answers to the questions they asked you?
In the pages. And then you try to find it, and then I find it.
Yep, so you go back and you look in the pages, right, to help you show why your answer is right. So that's what we're going to be doing today with this book. Okay, we're going to be doing something like that. So we're going to be reading detectives. Okay? Now first, just so we can get it through, I just want you guys to repeat this after me, okay? This is going to be what we're going to be learning today, okay? So repeat after me. I will be able to answer questions about Mark and the Stars and use evidence from the book with 80% accuracy. Alright, perfect. So first, before we get started, we're going to go over some of the words that we need to know in the book to help us understand, okay? So the first one is going to be farm. Can anybody tell me what they think a farm is? Exactly.
They keep sheep and cows and stuff.
Yup. So a farm is a place. Yup. So a farm is a place where people can grow food and take care of animals.
Like corn.
Like corn. In Iowa, our farms grow a lot of corn.
I used to like corn, but now I don't like it anymore.
Corn is really good.
Yeah. I like peas. Vegetables and fruit are healthy.
Yep, so those are things that you grow on a farm. Now our next word is barn. This also kind of has to do with farm, but it's a little bit different. So the word barn. Anybody know what a barn is?
Yeah, I know. It's a thing where there's little carriages and then
Yes, so a barn is like a big, hold on one second, alright? So a farm is like a big building, a barn is a big building on a farm. So this is where the animals live, or maybe they might store the food that they grow in the barn.
There's a cow, there's horses, and they have carriages, and they have wheels on it. And then the voice makes it move.
Yup.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's how they run.
So our next word, let's focus here. Our next word is great. The word great. You know what the word great means?
Yeah. It means like you're doing good at something.
Yep, so it means you're doing very good or awesome. Something great is very good or awesome. Yep. Do you have a question?
I wrote 6. Great people have great food.
So there's great food, great people. Yep. Okay, so our next word is city. The word city.
I know what
Anybody know
that
what
is.
the word city is?
Yeah. It's like a big, town. A very big one.
Yep. So
Like
it's,
ours.
Yep. You know what city?
A city so it is a place where there's a lot of people.
Yep. So a city is a big place where a lot of people live, work, and play. So that's a city. Okay. Our last word is stars. Stars.
6 again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Stars come at night. And sun is a little bit different, but it's still a star. But when it's wake up time, it's a big star.
Yep. So a sun is considered a star, but the stars we're going to be talking about today are the bright lights that you see in the sky at night.
Some are red, some are blue,
Yep.
some are green, some are rainbow.
Yep. So those are our words. So can anybody tell me what
6.
the word is? I haven't even said the word yet. How do you know what the answer is? Can anybody tell me what the word barn means? Remington.
It means like a little big thing
Okay. All right. I think you guys got the vocab now. I think you guys are you got it pretty good. You guys are pretty great at the
like
vocab.
apples.
Okay.
Horses like apples.
Okay. So now, all we're gonna do today is we're gonna start by I'm gonna show you guys. So you know how I told you guys we're gonna be reading detectives. First, I'm gonna show you guys what it looks like to be a reading detective. Okay. So I'm going to read the first 3 pages of the book, and then I'm going to show you what it looks like to go and answer a question about it. And so I'm going to go and I'm going to look back in the book and try and find where it says the answer to the question. Does that make sense? So I'm going to start by showing you guys. Then after that, we're each going to read a page and take turns reading a page till we get done. And then I'm going to have you guys work with a partner and answer a question. And then at the end, you're going to get this worksheet right here that has 4 questions, and on your own, you're going to find the answers to those. And you're going to answer those, and then at the end, we're going to share our answers, and then we're going to have a little conversation. Does that work?
But do you read the questions?
So I will.
Can you tell us the things where it says like 1, 2, and 3?
So it's all right here. So
No,
all
you
you're gonna
will
see
help
the
us read them, and then we have
Yep,
to
and I
guess.
can read them to you guys as well.
We have to guess which one is.
And the big part is just looking for the answer back in the book, okay? And that's really the main goal here, is that you guys are understanding what you're reading, okay? So we're gonna start with me. So I'm gonna each give you guys a book,
You go first.
and I'm gonna read the first 3 pages of the book, okay? So I'm gonna read the first 3 pages, and all I want you guys to do is just to follow along, okay? So just
where are we going? So we just
we're gonna
going to
start
put our
at the
fingers
start of the
like
book.
this?
Mhm.
We're just where are we going? We're
Oh,
just going to
so
follow
after
with
the
our
first
fingers.
3, then I will decide the order on where we go. But first, we're gonna do my 3 pages, and then we're gonna stop and pause, and I'm gonna show you guys, and then we'll read the rest of the book. Does that make
You
sense?
read one page, we read one page like that.
Yep. So the first time, I'm gonna read the first 3, just so then you guys can kind of see what we're gonna be doing today. Does that make sense? Okay. All right. So make sure you're following along. We're on page 2. One day, Mark got a call from Gramps. I need a big boy to help me on the farm. The next weekend, Mom and Mark got into the car. I will miss the subway. I will miss this city, said Mark. Gramps hugged Mark. Gramps has 4 kittens in the barn. Mark told Mom, this trip will be great. Okay, now, the comprehension question. Well, comprehension is when you understand the book. Okay, so the question that I have to answer is, what are the 2 things Mark said he will miss? Okay, so if I go back and look through the book, let's see if we can find where it says the 2 things that Mark will miss. Well, I see here on page 3, it says, the next weekend Mom and Mark got into the car. I will miss the subway. I will miss this city. So those are the 2 things that Mark is going to miss. He's going to miss the subway, and he's going to miss the city. So my answer would be, well, the 2 things that Mark said he will miss are the subway and the city, because on page 3, that's what it says. Does that make sense? So I answer the question by going and looking back into the book to find where he says the answer. Does that make sense?
I'm going back and I'm reading the text. I thought he was talking about like miss, like I'm gonna miss the like bus train.
Oh yeah.
Not like I'm gonna miss you.
Oh yeah. So he's gonna miss getting to go on the subway, and he's gonna miss the city that he's from. Okay, now we are gonna work together. Okay.
But who's gonna go?
So now we're gonna start with Declan, and we're gonna go this way. So Declan is gonna pick up on page 5 where it says when Mom left, and then we're gonna each take turns reading a page until we get done with the book. Does that make sense? All right.
Like here?
So.
Right here.
Right there is the end of the book. Yep. So we're gonna start with Declan on when Mom left. Okay.
When Mom left, Mark waved far from the yard. The
Seemed.
away. Gramps told me more to look
up. Yep, so look up is like when you look up at the sky.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So the sun is a star, and it's the closest one to us. The rest of
Does
the
anybody
stars
know
are
what
far,
gaze
far, far,
means?
far.
It means look.
Oh.
I don't know.
It means
Did I say
staring.
definitely the answer? Make sure you raise your hand first, and then I'll call on you to answer. But we're gonna go with him. Okay. So what is gaze?
It means like he looked and stared at the sky.
Yep. So he was kind of just looking around and looking at it, right?
No,
Okay.
it's stared.
Alright.
Like this.
You can continue now at this
I'm
sky.
just gonna reread it.
Okay.
Mark gazed at the dark sky. This sky is not the same, said Mark. I see too many stars. Stars? The stars are the same. Graham said a city has bright lights. They make it hard
It
to
takes 1
see
year for it to revolve around the sun. So I want you to look at that word once.
Let me take the last one.
Okay. Alrighty.
Oh, there's only
Okay.
next
Because you think there's gonna be a W.
day, Graham
Once, but there isn't a W, so that's a word,
Mark
that's what they call a sight word, meaning you just have to be able to know it
day
in order to pronounce it.
Sat.
If you try to pronounce it, remember, look at the word. If you try to pronounce it, you might say,
Held.
That's a word. So, but you have to remember this word once. So look at the word once. Everybody look at it.
kitchen.
That's a once. Once a time. Once upon a time.
Star.
That's
Okay.
it.
So that's what we have now. You guys are gonna work on answering a question in partners. So we're gonna go you two are partners and you two are partners. Okay.
But then
Now
we're going to switch.
after this, then we're gonna do it on our own. So then you guys are gonna answer these questions on
I
your
thought
own.
we were
Okay.
going to switch.
Now when we answer questions, we want to make sure that we do it in a certain way to make it sound right. Okay. So I'm going to write down examples of how you guys
Everybody follow paragraph 7.
If we
can answer the question.
if
You have
we
a
did
question?
this with our finger, we would get paper cuts.
Mhm.
Like this. Yeah, just like I got a paper cut, but that was a different day ago. Because I was doing my science experiment, and I was looking at the directions, and the direction paper cut mine.
After we can talk about our stories, okay? Now, these are examples of ways that you can answer the question. So, I think blank because blank. So, I think the answer is whatever
Blah, blah,
because
blah, blah.
on page blah 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 it said this. That's one way that you can phrase it. Another way is saying the story says blank or blah 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 on page whatever.
But don't write blah blah blah.
You don't write blah blah blah. No, that's just you would fill in these blanks with
That'd be
stuff
that.
from the story. Okay, so
do, I think blah, because blah, the story is blah.
okay, so when you guys are answering this question, I want you guys to think about these sentence stems and try and use these when you come up with your answer with your partner. Okay, but now I'm going to give you guys the question. Okay, so the question is,
Ready, go.
how many kittens does Gramps have in the barn? Okay,
I
so
know.
make sure you work with your partner, okay? And you guys talk quietly. Try and find the answer in the text on how many kittens does Gramp have in the barn. When you have your answer, put a thumbs up, okay? When you have your answer, put a thumbs up. Shh. Put a thumbs up. I don't want to know that. Do you guys have your answer? Put a thumbs up if you have your answer. Do you have your answer? Put a thumbs up.
Yeah.
You got it? Okay. We are going to start with this group over here. Now, I want you guys to try and use one of these sentences. Okay? So you can pick one or the other and try and explain it using those.
And then, just the name, doesn't matter.
It says, the story says,
Pretend, okay. So let's pretend this is the sun, okay? And the sun stands still, never moves. Here is the earth.
mm-hmm.
In the barn.
So Gramps has 4 kittens in the barn. Did you guys have it? Do you guys want to try? Do you guys want? Hold on, Declan. Do you guys want to try using this one here on the top? I think blank because blank.
I think they have 4
1 year.
Kittens.
and then Mark takes 1 and then there's 3
Right now we're just focusing on this question, okay? So,
They face the sun.
do you want to try, Evelyn, on using this one? I think blank because
I think
Daytime.
no.
As soon as
I-
it's
You want to try?
I would
Okay,
try.
here, Declan. We're gonna let Evelyn try, okay?
okay.
now it's,
I
we're not facing the sun anymore. So now
I
it's
think
nighttime.
Gramps
Then as
would
soon as
let Mark take 1.
Oh, okay.
And
So now you're
Then-
inferring.
That's 3 more.
nighttime.
then
So how many kittens did Gramps have in the barn at the start? 4, right? Okay. Mhm.
Mark took
Yeah, so that's getting to the end of the book, okay? Okay.
More, 3 more.
Well, it seems like you guys got a pretty good idea, but now you guys are going to be doing a worksheet. Let's see.
yeah, but
I'll get you guys one now.
I followed that worksheet.
No.
Do you have a copy
Don't
of
start just
pencil?
yet,
Do you have a
okay?
copy of pencil?
Do we gotta write?
I do not know.
Or did you just
So,
copy?
you guys do not have to write
Or
out your
did you just
answers,
copy
okay?
the pictures
What you
of
can
them?
do though is, let me see, where does she keep her pencil?
Draw pictures.
Here, this is what we'll do, okay? You two get highlighters. Okay.
Oh,
All you
my
need,
favorite color.
what I think you guys should write down is the page number of where you found your answer,
Why do we
okay? So you guys are gonna say your answer out loud, but just so to help you guys remember, put down the page number of where you found your answer on your paper, okay? And then at the end, once we get done, we're gonna share out what our answers are. So each person is gonna share one of the answers. Now, I'm not gonna tell you which one, okay? But one of you guys will have to share each answer, okay? So, you guys are gonna have here.
You'll burn up.
Okay. Use this. Okay.
It's
Use
a
the
marker.
Mhm. Yes, you can put your names on it, okay? Now, you guys are gonna have 5 minutes. So I have a timer here, okay, for 5 minutes. Do you guys think that's gonna be enough time? We can figure it out.
What do
But
we
first you
do?
have to tell us what these say.
Yep, so I'm gonna read you guys the questions just so you
what
guys
do
can
I
hear it,
do?
okay? So all you're gonna do is, this paper is just so you can see the questions, okay? All you really need to write down is the page number that you found your answer. So if you found it on page 4, for question 1 or whatever, you can put a 4. So then when I ask you guys your answers, you guys can look back and you guys can see the answer in the book. Does that make sense? So I'm gonna read you guys the questions first, okay? So listen up, all right? Look at your page and I'm gonna read it to you, okay? So the first question is, where does Gramps ask Mark to come to help him? Okay? So that's the first question. So you want to look back into the book and find, where does Gramps ask Mark to come to help him? Okay?
Oh, I have one of the same ones, just different colors.
So I'm gonna start the timer. Now,
I know
second
the
question.
number.
Now I'm gonna give you guys all the questions, and you guys are gonna work on your own. Okay? So make sure you hide your answers and just do. It's okay. So then the next questions are, what does Gramps have in his barn? The third question is, why is it hard to see the stars in the city? And then the last question is, based on the book, how is Gramps' farm different from the city? Okay, the last one is a bit more challenging, so if you're not able to do it, I can try to help you out too.
I
Okay?
totally
But
need help with this one.
these are your guys' questions. If you want me to reread it to you as well, I can do that, but I'm gonna start the timer. So now you guys can open up your book.
Need help with this one.
Okay, we'll see. Okay, so
I'm going to do the.
okay, so you guys are gonna open up your books, all right? And if you need me to reread you the question, I can do that. But try and find the answers in the book,
Could we just
okay?
say kittens? Or just write kittens?
I'm going to write the.
But try and also write the page number so then you know. Because then when I ask you the question, you can say, well, on this page it said the answer. Okay, does that make sense? Okay, your guys' timer started, all right? So
Okay.
try and do it as best as you can on your own, and then if you need help, you can ask me, okay? But,
Since I did 4,
mhm.
the
Kittens.
And you don't need to write the answer to. You can just write the page number.
The city. The city. And what barn?
The third question is, why is it hard to see the stars in the city? So you have to go and look back in the book and try and find where it talks about why it's hard to see the stars in the
Where's
city.
barn?
Declan, you don't need to write that. You don't need to write sentences. Because right now we're not working on writing sentences. We're just working on finding the answers in the text and then saying it. So you guys don't need to write it. You can just tell me what the answer is once we get to the end, okay? So just write the page number that you found it on, and then you can go to the next question, okay? Does that make sense? So you can start on 1, and then you can go down as you go. Does that make sense?
I don't know.
Can you help me with this one?
Okay, so that question is, based on this book, how is Gramps Farm different from the city? So you want to look to where they make a comparison between, where they say something about Gramps Farm and something about the city. So I'll give you a hint. It is towards the end of the book, okay?
Right here.
It's on page 7, but you gotta find what it says on page 7.
Wait, the stars are the same.
So the last one is asking you how Gramps Farm is different from the city that Mark is from.
I don't know what to do. I forgot.
Okay, well let me help you. What are you stuck on? The first one, where does Gramps ask Mark to come help him? You gotta go into your book. So that's when you have to go and look into the book to find the answer. So, can you see here? What does it say right here? On these last sentences?
From Gramps,
What does it say?
I need a big boy to help me on the phone.
What does that first question say?
Where does Gramps ask Mark to come help him?
So where is Gramps asking him to come help? On the farm, exactly. And what page did you find that on?
I found it on page 2.
So all they do is that one day.
So now you're going to be doing that same thing for the rest of the questions. Okay. So now the next question is, what does Gramps have in his barn? Now we already talked about that.
Gramps have
In his barn.
in his barn horses,
Are you making things up, dude? Did they talk about horses in the story?
stars,
No.
cats.
You can't guess. Okay, you gotta read in here. Okay, so look through the book and see what it might say. Maybe on this page. I don't know. It could be on this page. Now you don't have to say it out loud. Just write down the page number. And the answer, okay? Okay. Now once you have it done, I just want you to put a thumbs up. Okay. So just put a thumbs up.
I'll just put a check
Stay
mark
quiet.
on
So
it.
do I just do the page number?
And then you can know the answer too. So if you go to the page number, then if I ask you the
I'll
question,
just
you
do
can look
check
back
mark.
and
What
see.
is
Oh,
it
what's the
again?
answer?
I'll just do check marks.
Page 4.
I'll just do check marks of
But you have to read it. So
Gramps,
what does Gramps have in his barn? What does this sentence right here say?
Gramps has 4 kittens.
So we'll. Okay.
I said, and I said 3 or 4 of the pages.
Okay, my turn.
Gramps
It doesn't have. It's yours. Because I was talking about the country this week. It only probably has just one line in your yard.
Gramps.
And remember, you don't need to write the full
You
sentence.
live in a country. I did this. 2, because you can go next door, are the 10 of 7 is 8. 5, 4, 3.
Alright, I want to make sure there's no sound here. Okay. Alright. Declan, and that should be good for the first. If you have the first 2 down, that's all you really need. That's plenty, okay? So now,
The time is up.
okay. So you should be good, Declan. Alright? Okay. So now, I'll let you keep your book. Okay? And now I'm gonna ask you guys to answer one of the questions. So, we're going to start with Declan. For question 1, where does Gramps ask Mark to come help him?
Well,
For the first question, okay, so look at your paper. Where does Gramps ask Mark to come help him?
at the farm.
On the farm, right? What page did you find that on?
On page 2.
On page 2, exactly. So if you use one of these sentence stems, how might you be able to say this? So the story says that, you can maybe say that Gramps asked Mark
That Gramps asked Mark
to
to help
what? To help him
him
on the farm. And what page was that on again?
On page 2.
Exactly. So then you tell them where you found the answer and what the answer is. Okay? Alright, let's mix it up here. Let's have can you answer question 2? What does Gramps have in his barn? 4 kittens. Now what page did you find that on? Do you remember? So then you can look back at page 4. Yep, exactly. Now, do you want to say it using one of the
There's
sentence
4
stems?
kittens.
You could do it that way. I think, do you want to try this way? I think I can help you. Good. I think Gramps has in the barn because, what page did you find it on?
Page 4.
Because on page 4 it said that. Exactly. Okay. Now, I'm gonna
Have you been falling down low again?
What?
It's under the...
That water bottle? Have you been
Oh yeah, I've been dropping it a lot. Alright, so now
dropping it?
we're gonna have you answer. Hey guys, make sure when other people are talking, we need to be listening with our ears, with our eyes and our ears. Okay? So now you're gonna answer question 3 first. So why is it hard to see the stars in the city? Is it your turn to answer?
No.
So we need to listen.
Because it has a lot of light.
So it has bright lights in the city, which makes it hard to see the stars. What page did you find that on? Do you remember?
5.
Do you remember? On page 7. So if we use the sentence stems, would you be able to say, I think, or actually, I think this one's better. The story says that the stars.
It's hard to see the stars in the city because there are a lot of lights.
Lights. And on what page did you find that again? On page 7. So now you're showing that on page 7 it says the answer to the question. Alright, and then Evelyn will have you do the last one. So based on this book, how is Gramps' farm different from the city?
It's fine. The stars are the same as city is.
Yep, so it's easier to see the stars, and you can see more stars on the farm compared to the city. Friend is talking about listen. Open her eyes and her ears. She had a great answer. A really good answer.
Good
to the
job.
last question. Pat on the back. Okay. Alright, now I'm just gonna ask you guys. You guys did an excellent job. So now I'm just gonna ask you guys some questions which you already know the answer to. So, how did you find your answers in the story?
In the text.
So you found it in the text. Yep. So that's how you find your answers. Why? Declan, let's focus, alright? I'm talking, alright? Can I see your eyes and your ears? Okay. Why is it important to use the story to answer questions?
Because
It helps us.
it will help us answer questions in the text.
Exactly. Okay. Alrighty. Well, thank you guys so much today for being
Oh,
reading
what did they
detectives.
say?
Okay. Thank you guys for being reading detectives today and doing great work. Alright, everybody give yourself a pat on the back. Everybody give yourself a pat on the back for good work today. Okay, now, we're just going to reread the statement that we made at the start, okay? We're not focusing on that right now, okay? So I want you guys to repeat after me again, okay? I will be able to answer questions about Mark and the stars and use evidence
use evidence
from the text with 80% accuracy. Okay, great job today. Can you fist bump?
What is
Fist
this?
bump, fist bump.
What does this
Fist bump.
say? How many minutes?
Alright, you guys are good to go.
What
So
does
I will
this
take
say?
your papers, okay? I will take your papers
does
and I will
this
take
say,
your
Mr.
books,
Eric?
okay?
How many minutes has
What
it
did
been
this-
on that timer? Right there.
What did this
It has
say?
been 30 minutes.
What
Isn't that crazy? What is what say?
How many
There?
seconds?
Or the question? Okay, let me turn this